Let's talk about some popular Korean melting balms. And Korean melting balms don't have that minty, tingly feeling to your lips. If you don't like that, then you might like these Korean melting balms. So I'm going to be ranking the products from the most meltiest and glossiest melting balms from the least. Heart% takes the crown on being the most glossiest and juiciest melting balm out of the 5. If you're unfamiliar with Heart%, they're renowned for their lip liners since there's such an extensive shade range. Heart% focus mainly on lip products, and most of them are also amazing. Let's talk about the packaging. It comes in a blue stick design where you twist to release the product. Once you twist it, you can't untwist it, so it's important to be careful not to over twist and waste product. Let's discuss the shade ranges. They do have a limited selection. They have 5 shades available, from cool tones to neutral tones to warm tones. I personally chose 2 colors, lively pink and mauve dew. And interestingly, these 2 shades closely resemble the popular Hourglass Phantom Balm, which is a high-end Western brand. We'll be talking about that later in the video. So according to Heart%, they describe lively pink as a cool tone pink, but it looks more like a warm tone pink on my lips, which I'm not mad about, but the actual color doesn't really match the photo. On the other hand, Rosy Fig is described as a warm rose, and this one definitely doesn't resemble the photo at all. It's a very vibrant red color that almost reminds me of the Dasique Cherry Fruity Lip Jam, but with much more gloss and pigment. Talk about the application, how it feels, and the glossiness. Glides on incredibly smoothly, giving you the appearance of a true melting balm. And despite the non-sticky texture, these melting balms are on the thicker side. Almost reminds me of honey, just without the stickiness of honey. But the formula is so buttery smooth that it practically melts upon contact to your lips, leaving behind a luscious, glossy finish that's so irresistibly beautiful and adds juiciness to your lips with the shine that perfectly resembles the photo. In power, all of these are melting balms, so rather than leaving a stain, they're more so for moisturizing your lips, so don't expect a long-lasting stain from any of these products. If you want a very noticeable balm that'll make heads turn because of how juicy your lips are, then Heart% is your best bet. Next up is Dasique, which I always talk about this brand because it's my #1 favorite KBD brand. This is Dasique's Candy Melting Balm, which is the second most glossiest, meltiest balm. So for packaging, I swear Dasique has probably one of the most best graphic designers, because every product that they drop, they make it look so amazing and intriguing that you just get sucked in. These sticks are like a pen, so you have to click it to get the product out, but once you click it, just like Heart%, you can't take the product back. As for the shade ranges, just like Heart%, they only have 5 shades, and of course, me loving cool tones, I got 2 cool tone shades. First is Nudie Fig, and the second is Sugar Plum. Nudie Fig is a subtle neutral pink, perfect for an everyday look, while Sugar Plum is a bit more dramatic and darker. So how does this feel and how glossy is it? These also glide on very effortlessly. These aren't sticky on the lips. Almost reminds me of the Dasique Fruity Lip Jams, but just with less glow. I just wish this one had a little bit more moisture to it. What is it called when you do this? It's not pursing your lips, but when you rub your lips together, these don't rub very smoothly compared to Heart%, because you can feel some resistance when you rub your lips together. But other than that, this is a great product. But they just announced that they're coming out with another version of the candy melting balms with 5 new colors. These ones look a lot more moisturizing, so I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Next up is Peripera, which is a brand geared more towards teens, but either way, they always make great lip products, so let's try it out. Packaging. Peripera always has cute packaging, and these come in a glowy stick that needs to be twisted to get the product out. Look how cute these heart shape on it is. I think that's what attracted me to it, but of course the heart shape is gonna fade, but either way it's cute. As for the shade ranges, they have 6 colors, but they just released 3 new colors, and from this chart you can see which is cool tone to warm tone. I chose 2 colors that are neutral pink to mauve. So berry milk tea doesn't really resemble the photo, but either way I actually really like this color. It's the perfect natural pink. And I've been reaching out for this specific color every time I go to Pilates or errands where I don't want such a bold lip but more of a natural color. Cherry Smoothie is a bit on the dark berry side with hints of purple, and I would say these act like a subtle lip balm with very minimal pigment that's perfect for an everyday natural look. So how does it feel and how much glossiness is there? So this feels almost similar to the Dasique Candy Melting Balm, but the difference is that Peripera's Melting Balm feels and looks more like a sheer lip balm rather than a melting balm. This has more of a glow than a gloss to your lips, but not as much as the rest of the lip products. I would say it has the least amount of glow. As for lasting power, since this Heart Jam Glow acts more like a lip balm, it doesn't last very long since the pigment is so sheer. The pigment of these faded so quickly, but I do admit my lips were hydrated, but not my favorite one. Next up is the Rom&nd Glasting Color Gloss. Rom&nd always comes out with lip tints, so this was a great addition to their collection. This is literally a dupe for Dior Addict's lip glow, and in my opinion, I think it was inspired by that. So packaging comes in a typical lipstick type of tube that is retractable, so you won't have to be worried if you accidentally twist too much or click too much like Dasique and ℏ%. So for the shade ranges, they do have a decent amount of shades, but recently they added a neutral collection for all the nude lovers. Here is their chart of all the colors they have. So as for me, I got Peonies, Veiled Rose, and another color that I typically don't go for, which is Dear Apple. It's more of a warmer color. I don't really suit warmer colors, but I feel like I need some diversity in colors. So how does this feel and how glossy is it? So this doesn't exactly feel the most lightweight, and you'll definitely feel like you have something on your lips. These have more of a glowy finish than a glossy finish, which makes it look a lot more natural. But these are very moisturizing with lots of pigment to it. This melting balm looked more like a glowy lipstick versus a lip balm because of how pigmented these colors are. If you look closely, this resembles Dior's Pink. They also have a very similar feel to it as well. Both are great products, but of course Rom&nd is so much more affordable and has many shades as well as Dior. I feel like out of all the melting balms, Rom&nd's Glasting Melting Balm lasts the longest since it does have a bit of grip to your lips. Once you apply it to your lips, it doesn't slide around like other melting balms. So if you're looking for a balm that resembles a lipstick but is a lot more moisturizing and glowy, then Rom&nd's Glasting Melting Balm is the one for you. Now the next product isn't a Korean brand, but it's a luxury Western brand, Hourglass, and it used to be one of my favorite products, but it's more on the pricier side, so I don't purchase it as much, but I got this one as a gift and it was a duo for their holiday set. So the colors are Crave and Haze, and I was literally saying that Crave and Haze is a dupe for ℏ%'s Lively Pink and Mauve Dew. Hourglass initially applies sheer. Layering it creates a finish nearly identical to ℏ%, although ℏ% requires only one coat due to its thicker and more pigmented formula compared to Hourglass. While I appreciate both brands, it's worth noting that Hourglass is on the pricier side. So if you always wanted to try Hourglass but don't really want to pay the price, go for ℏ% because these two colors that were sold out literally identical. Amongst all the melting balms I shown, ℏ% has to be my top pick because I'm the type of person that likes that extreme glossiness and juiciness to your lips. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.